Pelicans complete the 22-point comeback and win against Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's talk about it. Before we get in the show, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Presented to you by the Birdsall Law Firm, the official injury lawyers of Pro Pels Talk, located at 19 Poydras Street by the Superdome. Give them a call at 504-523-5413 if you or someone you know has been involved in an accident. Birdsall Law Firm, the official injury lawyers of Pro Pels Talk. After that first quarter, Jarrett, did you think they could possibly win that game today?
To be honest, I said they're going to win this game.
At what point did you say that? At what point did you say that, you think?
It wasn't even before any runs. It was because Jordan Hawkins. That was the reason. Like, to have the confidence to continue to shoot is key in all this. Like, if you don't have confidence in yourself, then you're not going to win any game. Like, for that young man to come out and be like, all right, Brandon's not here. I got to get some shots up. Like, it seems like that's the game plan. The game plan. I'm gonna go and shoot, and I'm gonna shoot everything possible to help us get back. And not only did he shoot, right? The rebounding, the effort, the help side defense, the tip slam. There's so many elements of Jordan Hawkins that we just haven't talked about because I know that the shooting is there. But that's how you win games. A national champion. That's how you win games.
And that's how this is insane. And that's how Chaz joined the show. And but to the Jordan Hawkins point, CJ Jarrett, so you're not gonna have your offense every single night. You're just not. But how are you going to affect the game? And Jordan Hawkins does that. I think he had, let's see, just looking at Jordan Hawkins, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. I think 4 of those were offensive rebounds. And once again, if you're just a normal fan, you're going to look at the box score and he goes 4 of 19 from the field. You're like, that's not great. I thought he affected the game tonight in multiple ways. I mean, he was a plus 17. Plus 17. Easily. Chaz, what'd you see from Hawkins tonight?
I thought he was incredible. I loved his activity on the boards, his stamina defensively. He looked like Dennis Rodman out there on the boards. The man was incredible. Even with some of the boards he didn't get, he was in position to get him. He just doesn't have the wingspan necessarily. That putback dunk he had, it reminds me a bit of Trey. I hate to compare a shooter to a shooter, but it reminded me a bit of Trey because there were certain games where I saw Trey's activity when he wasn't making threes. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, the wide open misses is a bit concerning from he and Matt Ryan. I have to mention it because that's their role on the team. But both of those gentlemen found ways to contribute without making shots tonight. And I want to commend them for that. But especially Jordan Hawkins, because from the first start, he was ready.
That's the main point, Chaz. He's ready. He's not scared of the moment. He doesn't shy away from anything. And I mean, he shot. Wow, he was second on the team in shot attempts tonight with 19. Just looking at that, 19.
Yeah, that can't happen. But don't do that.
I mean, that can't happen. But did y'all have any problems with any of the shots he took? Did y'all have any problems with any of the shots?
Not his shots. I didn't have a problem with.
No. Okay, we got to talk about CJ McCollum. Chaz, we'll start with you. Just a veteran leader, just a guy, just shows up every single night. Doesn't matter if he's injured, doesn't matter if he's not injured. He shows up tonight. You needed him. I don't know. I don't have this stat in front of me. I can't remember the last time he dropped a double-double. I'm sure he dropped one with assists, but he dropped the double-double tonight with rebounds. What did you see from him tonight?
Another guy who was extremely impressive, kind of righted the ship, kept the guys from quitting, because I'm sure this Pelicans team, and not that they won't quit in the future, but, they wanted to give up. They wanted to quit. And he, in that fort, his ability to close and be effective from beyond the arc, facilitating, incredible English off the glass. I thought it was incredible. You saw toward the end him kind of, telling Zion, calm down, focus, lock in. Like you saw him kind of, playing big brother. And, the dude was just a professional. He came, another guy who, came to the season just ready to play. No excuses. Probably still ailing a bit from being sick in the prior game, but he didn't make that an excuse. And even shout out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander finishing the game. Even Dyson played with a cut on his finger. He could have set out the rest of the game, but he didn't. Shout out to everybody who played tonight, man. I salute you. For real.
Well said. Jared, what'd you see from CJ?
CJ looks like he's playing in post All-Star break. That's what
Mm.
this feels like. He's like that ready. That guy looks like he prepared enough to feel like, yeah, I'm ready to win a chip or go deep into the playoffs. That's what this looks like. Like CJ hasn't really. You can say the Golden State game, but like I don't think he's played terrible in any game. I think the thought process has been there. If he was ailing from something, I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell. That guy is just ready to play and ready to hoop, you can see who's like leaning towards CJ. Like CJ's giving the ball up to Jordan Hawkins on the wing for three. Like
Yo, what about that pass from CJ to Matt Ryan?
Oh,
Oh
with from
my
the left hand joint.
God.
Well,
It went from, I think it was right hand to left
it was
corner
right-
though.
That was right to left, and then the next trip down the court, he goes to Herb, and that's when Herb gets the finish. The
Yeah,
up and under.
the reverse.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like, that's a guy leading the people around him, getting them involved, like instilling confidence in a critical moment in the game. Star.
Yeah. Lito. Well said. 5. Lito joined the show. Lito, what did you see from CJ tonight?
Man, I caught the tail end of what 5 was saying, but man, I saw leadership. I saw a guy who like he pretty much refused to let this team just feel pity for themselves after that first quarter. And to be honest, I was kind of pissed when Willie took him out. I know he was tired, but you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was working. That and the 4N plus Jonas, like that was the bread and butter. But CJ was, man, he was incredible. 29 and 11? Dog, like, bro, this the things we be talking about, right? Being a gamer. This man had 11 rebounds. The dude who was third on the team last year in rebounding had 11 rebounds tonight. And that just shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't. Zion had 10 a night, but fuck, Zion should have had 18.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned it because we're about to talk about Zion Williamson. Chaz, good, bad, and ugly with Zion tonight. Let's start with the ugly. I can't stand the doesn't get a foul call, jogs back, or doesn't even just get back in the picture. What are you seeing with that?
Man,
Because this is a couple times now we've seen it. Actually, we've probably seen it every game now. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Yeah, it has to stop. I think you saw a bit of that last season as well. See, with Zion particularly, I categorize things in a couple of different ways. One, I say things you can fix, things that are correctable and things that aren't. Like Zion's 3-point shooting, in the short term, that's not correctable. His effort and energy and mental toughness, that's correctable. I think he'll grow out of the complaining to the refs thing after a few games. And as he gets into better shape, you'll see his lateral quickness and attention to detail off ball turn, kind of come around. Because I don't like the Matador defense. I hated that with Eric Gordon. I don't like it with Zion. I just hate that doing that. I don't like when players do that. Him not running back on defense, to me, that's still a Zion and a coaching thing. You have to instruct him. He cannot do that. You have to drive that point home. Like, bro, if I know it's a problem for you, I understand it's not fair, but take it out on the opponent. You know what I'm saying? Take it out on the enemy, or just pick up a tech and get your point across. Or Willie, if you got to pick up a tech every game, you just got to pick up a tech every game. But I will commend him and say this: I saw a lot less of that in the second half. Except for that one big play where Josh Giddey missed the 3, because that would have been Zion.
That's the most important part of the game. That's the most important part of the game.
Yeah. He didn't do it the rest of the second half until that play, and I said, God damn. But I did see him fight through adversity. Offensively, he did attack the boards, and he finished, and he did some really good facilitating, him and JV, who my player of the game, JV and CJ. So I think it's going to get better as time progresses, but in the short term, it got to stop. You got to stop.
And what you mean by the coach too here, Chaz, is accountability. If he's going to do that, then you're not playing, you're on the bench, whatever it may be. Is that what you're kind of looking for, like with that?
Yeah, either that or just give him a good, strong talking to, let him know, look, I understand what's happening, but
Right.
That's not something you deal with in doing a live ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? The ball go out of bounds, you get a break in the play, go curse them out. Go curse that, you've been cursing them out the last few games. Cool. So now you probably got a bit of a reputation. But do that on a dead ball. Don't do that during the play, brother.
Jarrett, before we got on the stream, you said you liked a lot of things from Coach Green tonight. One thing that I loved about it was his 4-out 1-in with playing through Zion at the high post and getting shoes in the corners, right? Where Zion can face up. If he likes his matchup, he goes 1-on-1. If he doesn't, and the guy bites, pause. If the help defense comes in, collapses, and they kick it out, then you got a wide open corner threes. Let's start off what you like with Zion, and then what you didn't like with Zion tonight.
With Zion, it's just offensively, his effort was there, right? There was points where he could see the floor, and I think surrounding him with shooters is probably what we've been clamoring for. Is like, all right, you put this guy in the mid post right at the nail and allow him to work. And if they collapse with 2 or 3, he's a good enough passer to make passes to the corner. It's a swing, and it's a 3. Now they just got to knock down threes, but there, in my opinion, I didn't see like a real bad shot tonight. Maybe 1 or 2, but there weren't too many bad shots in general from anybody. Also, his passing to JV was pretty good, right?
I think that one little scoop there in the fourth quarter. I think it was like a little scoop to JV. I think it ended in a dunk.
There was even a time where he had it going left. JV had a man sealed. JV took this like long. I think it was in the first half. Took this long stride and dunked it over Chet. Like those ideas are there, right? Those openings are there for them too. But my issue is like, why aren't we going to Zion and JV sooner? Why isn't it just play through them and have them play a 2-man game in a post? I know it ain't the 1980s, but you could play that way.
It could be
a little bit of the time, right? It could be.
It could be for 5 minutes. I mean,
for an extended period of time, like you could do that in a game, to get buckets. But neither here nor there. What I didn't like from Zion is the effort, and my point is, there were points in the game where he was almost like a budding leader, right? Like you could see it happening. Herb finally knocks down a 3. The first person he sees is Zion. Zion daps him off like, yeah, like you could see that. Like that's leadership. And then you turn around a few plays later and Lou Dort gets a wide open 3 because your man screens and you don't go and contest. And Larry was looking at you and Lou Dort knocks down the 3. Like, you don't know how that impacts everybody else. I know you don't want to do, I get it, but you have to attempt it. You have to. What if he misses? Then you could probably leak out and get a dunk. But like, you have to show that effort, because if you do it, Zion being the leader, if you do it, then everybody else has to do it. They have to. They have no other choice. Did you see the effort Jordan Hawkins gave? I keep going back to this young man, but bro, if Zion just had that, he'd be a top 5 player easily.
But and you've seen it, like but to Chaz's point, when he's in shape, I still don't think he's in full. But no, I know. I know.
It's not the shape. It's just like the mental. Yo, you gotta do it. Even if you don't get there, if you don't get the block, show effing be it. But attempt it.
Yeah. Lito, go ahead. Good and bad with Zion.
The good and bad with Zion. Listen, I mean, 20, 10, and 8. I mean, it's all good, right? It's all good. In the end, it's all good. But the thing is, it's the lapses in between that you could have possibly never come back from in this game. Like, I get it, bro. You getting fouled every play. Trust me, I get it. You getting hacked. I understand. The hack to adversity, though, is not quitting. You don't get through adversity quitting and pouting. Like, you don't overcome the situation by quitting in the middle of the play. That does not make you better. That does not make anybody around you better. And the thing is, it's a trickle-down effect, because what Five just said, it's a trickle-down effect, because I'm looking at Hawk the Rook, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at CJ the elder statesman, Larry the elder statesman. Bro, if they giving 110 and you the superstar on the team, dog, you got to do the little things too. And the workaround through getting through adversity is you do the same fucking thing every time. That wall there, yo, I get it. Run through that motherfucker. It don't matter. That I guarantee you, they're gonna have a little bit of hesitation in standing in front of you next time. If you want to, it's two sides to a court, dog. There's two sides to a court. I get it. You're a prolific scorer, but fuck it. You ain't get the call. Go be a prolific defender. Go do something else to affect the game. The good. He's on. I mean, fuck the 8 assists. They speak for themselves. That spoke volumes.
Yeah.
Can I add on to Lito's point as well?
Yeah,
As a
go ahead.
point, there were 2 instances where I thought Zion had an opportunity to really get his point across, and he didn't do it both times. One at the end of the first half with Chet, where it was like they were fighting for the rebound. They called a foul. I would have thrown Chet through the fucking ground. Like they would have been like, "Oh, is that a flagrant too? You supposed to try to kill Chet figuratively right there. You supposed to break every fucking bone in Chet's body. Like what? A jump ball, ain't it? You supposed to get and on the screen where Zion just died. You can't die on the screen like a wide receiver dying.
I
on
must
the
have missed the screen. When was it?
Yeah,
when was it?
I forgot. I know. Him and Larry right there. They both like the motherfucker.
It's a Lou Dort 3. That was
yeah, it's a Lou Dort 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zion, pick up the offensive foul there. Push that motherfucker before the shot goes up. That's like an easy, cheap way to kill the play right there. Just do it, bro. But I also think you got to keep in mind every time you see Zion, especially with his flaws, you might as well be seeing this motherfucker for the first time. Because all the progress you gain throughout the season, you lose it when he goes out for an extended period of time. So when he comes back, he has to relearn all of these good habits. Like before he goes down last season, I would say he was becoming a pretty solid to good defender.
Yeah.
So even right now, when sometimes he gets frustrated and he does get back and he does like a half a step late block attempt. And it's like, why are you even doing that? Like, I understand, but you don't got to do all that. Just,
I saw him a couple times, and to your point, like I saw him a couple times at least like go attempt and try to like glass something, which like is all we're asking for, right? Like just a little bit more effort defensively. But one guy I think we got to talk about, Lito, I'll start with you and go to 5. Larry Nance. I don't think, and I think a lot of you agree, Larry Nance tonight has not looked good for the first 3 games. He just did not look good for the first 3 games. Tonight, I thought he was very productive. He was great in the short roll. He took charges. He was physical with Chet. Like I thought he gave really, really good minutes tonight. And then when we were in the 1 for 21 drought, he was the guy that broke the streak. It was the corner 3 there in the right corner.
Yeah.
Like what'd you like from him tonight?
I liked everything. Like so obviously he's still dealing with the after effects of his ankle situation because he just doesn't have that explosiveness. But like I don't know if it was health tonight or just will. Whatever it was, salute to him because he worked through it. You got to just respect that somebody on the floor just giving you 100% of whatever they have. It might be 100% of 60, but you know what I'm saying? Like he was on the floor. He was with his guys. Man, Larry played exceptional defense. He was rebounding. He was on the glass. He was, very active. He had active hands. It was really good to see. Like 5's point about CJ, it was veteran leadership, and it might not have been. And Larry was very vocal. He was very vocal. He was. You could hear him through the TV. He was he was loud. The same thing with like Jonas does. Like Jonas calls the sets. He calls the actions. He calls what side the pick is coming from. Man, I was very happy to see Larry have a good game.
Yeah, 5, go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's working through the injury. I mean, just like when he got signed traded to the Pelicans, right? That was that time he was out and he kind of had to like work himself back, right? Post an injury. A lot of finishing, great rebounding. Also, it was like he was like leading Zion at times. Like there was a bad call on Zion. You could hear it through the TV where he's like, "Yo, let it go! Like let it go! Like we trying to get back into the game, or we in the game. We trying to win the game." You need guys like that. You need people to kind of tell you, "Yo, look, let that ride. We got shit to do." This is like a perfect game for Larry, right? Like these games versus a team like OKC. I mean, yeah, they got a 7-footer, but it ain't like he's like physically stronger than Larry. So like Larry can play against a guy like that. Doesn't really phase him as much. I saw a lot of good things from him. I thought even the shooting is a surprise. I thought he actually didn't play bad versus Golden State. So you can see it building for Larry.
Yeah. Chaz, go ahead.
I feel like you don't win this game without Larry's contributions. He was one of the people that helped lead the comeback. All I can say is, man, he went out there and he battled. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can ask for from Larry, in my opinion. A guy who's gonna go out there and just battle, be an example of what to do. And some nights it's gonna work, some nights it's not. But tonight, I thought he was critical to this team's victory. I don't think we win this game tonight without Larry's contributions.
Yeah.
I asked this to 5, and I'll go Chaz and Lito. Were y'all surprised that they came back and won tonight?
Not. I wasn't surprised because I feel like they're about the same tier of team. And then once Shea got hurt, and he played through it, by the way, Shea got hurt, played through it like a man. And I kind of felt like, because you see that with certain teams, like with OKC and the Mavs particularly, and with the Pelicans, like something always happens to Luka, something weird always happens with one of the OKC players, and then the Pelicans just stay close enough to, you keep it close, and then you just, go ahead and seize the victory. And I thought tonight, you saw a little bit of growth and progression. I'm hoping that you see these good habits continue, but there's still a lot to work on.
Lito, go ahead.
Did I think they would win? No, I didn't. I didn't think they would win. I definitely thought the Pelicans would lose the game. Especially like after that first quarter. I mean, I didn't know what else I was supposed to think. I don't feel bad for that. They stunk. Like they were terrible. I'm not making this up. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's not a negative opinion. Like they look like shit. I want to say this though. Shout out to Willie Green. Shout out to the rest of the staff. Shout out to the players, because to will yourself back. I don't remember what the end of the first quarter score was.
Like I think they were down about like 5. No, 9.
32-14 at the end of the first or first half.
First quarter, yeah.
It was 32-14.
19, right?
It was 20.
No, it's 33-14, yeah.
33,
yeah, not 19, right?
33. So to come back from that, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I feel like that's a positive effect. No, you don't have to. Listen, Brandon not being there should not put you in that type of hole. You shouldn't. That should not happen because that one guy is not there. But we're not talking about that, so I digress.
Man,
shout out to the guys that dressed out and played tonight, battled their asses off. Tomorrow they play in a back-to-back. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. They're on a back-to-back tomorrow, and those guys, CJ, Zion, Jonas, Larry, Hawkins, who else? Logged major minutes tonight. Let's see.
Herb.
Hawkins 37, CJ 37, Herb 31, Zion 33. Dyson 25, Larry 23, Matt Ryan 20.
Matt Ryan, Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. My bad.
No, you're good. I was just gonna pick it back off the comment you made about Willie. Like, if you're Willie, you're almost proud of yourself. I don't know if I said it. Did I say that earlier? I mean, we talked off.
Yeah, you said in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, but we weren't on camera. We weren't
right. And I just think you're happy about your process. Like you shot really good shots. Y'all were moving the ball a little bit better than you normally do. It could have been easy enough for you to just revert back to what you knew, right? The one-on-one, the all right, if I get it, I'm shooting it, or I'm trying to get to the rack. Like it would have been, you had a good excuse to do it, and you didn't. And y'all figured out a way to win. Like these type of wins, you're gonna look back in March, April, and you're gonna be like, thank God we didn't let go and let the rope go and give that game up. And we kind of fought back for it because it's going to be a necessary win for you in the Western Conference.
I want to give another shout out to Willie too. With just sticking with Jordan Hawkins when he was in that he was in the slump he was in. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of coaches especially him being a rookie, bro. You know the least short. You looking over your shoulder every shot you miss. And shout out to that boy Matt Ryan, man. Matt Ryan, a much better passer than the other Matt Ryan on the other team we won't talk about. Hey man, Matt be giving out dimes, dog. Matt a hooper. I'm talking about like timely rebounds. Like he on the glass, he got good hands. Like his shot not falling, but I don't think that's something that's like I will worry about in the future because he's just a shooter.
Yeah. All right. Tomorrow, Detroit.
Wait, that's the end of the show?
I was about to say, Justin, I ain't talking my shit yet. You know, people were saying CJ wasn't even good. Like, where we at? What we doing? Like
25 minutes. What do you?
I told y'all we need to do the other joint.
Oh,
I ran back to put my baby down. I was like, man, I got a pod, man.
They got several elephants in the room here. Look,
go ahead.
Check this out, right? Check this out. Brandon is a problem. The well is being poisoned.
Yeah,
even when you there go Chris right there. Perfect time.
This is why we need the other joint, Justin. This is
Y'all can do the other joint. I'm letting y'all do the other joint. I gotta get this podcast.
All right, cool. Y'all want.
Okay, look, we're going in another room.
Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all later.
NBA fans, the wait is over. Basketball's back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is celebrating with an unbeatable offer. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets for throwing down $5 on the NBA. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. You'll start the season with an instant dub. Basketball's more fun when you're in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code BOOT. New customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly for betting just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code BOOT. The crown is yours.
Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all tomorrow night.